Hey, Nora,
Hey, Dad.
did you hear about the guy who lost his right butt cheek?
No.
He was left behind.
Oh.
What are we talking about this week?
We're going to go on Reddit to my The Asshole subreddit.
Hit the theme music. Welcome back to the Norah and Dad show. I am Dad, and I'm here with Nora, who is back at college after being home for fall break. It was good to see you.
It was good to see you, too.
We had a lovely 5 days.
Yeah.
We hung out some at home. You got to eat some home cooked food, not cruddy dorm food. And
It was great.
We went and visited your grandparents.
That was also great.
It was great. I will text you Grandpop's new phone number because he moved into his new place today.
Oh, did he? Perfect.
It was have you spoken to your grandmom at all?
I have not.
Oh, it was a cluster and a half with the furniture for getting furniture delivered to Grandpop's new apartment. It was really bad.
Okay.
Like they put a new computer system in after the furniture was ordered, and it screwed up like everybody's order. So they tried for 5 days to deliver it, and like the delivery would never show up, or they thought it was on the truck, but it wasn't on the truck. And so your Uncle David finally had to get a hold of the CEO of the company, who then got the furniture delivered there at 8:00 last night, finally, because Grandpa was moving like today. So the furniture had to be there like no later than yesterday. Yeah. So
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Your uncle's really good at that, at finding email addresses for like the highest person possible in a company, and then writing emails and getting shit done.
You're pretty good at that,
He's
too.
better at it than me. I think I'm too confrontational because I can't turn the lawyer off. I don't think he is. I think he's more. I got to ask him what his secret is. He's really good at it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like they got like special, like he reached out to the head of like Universal Parks and got like special access to the new Universal Park. He didn't even know the guy, and now they're like best friends.
Oh, I thought he knew him.
No, he reached out to him, found his email address, and emailed him, and now they're like best friends. And they went to dinner together when they were down there over the summer, and they got him like into the park before it was. Oh yeah, so
I thought they knew each other already.
Nope. No, they did not. They never met until they were down there in Florida, and your uncle just like schmoozed the guy by email. He's really good at it. So
Wow.
I am not. I need to go schmooze Donnie Batalla at Lake Ridge at parent teacher conferences on Friday.
I've heard.
You heard about the history test debacle?
I've heard.
Did you hear from Mom or from Donovan?
Both.
So to fill people in, so Nora's brother, aka my other child,
Donovan. He has a name.
He had his first test in AP Gov, and like he said, at least 7, if not more, of the questions he was not taught the stuff in class, and so he just didn't know the answers. But there's more to the story, because apparently he was given an outline of materials to know for the test, and it wasn't on the outline. And when
so that goes against his 504.
Well, it does. And then that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. And then when
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm in my sped class right now. That's really not allowed.
That's a really good.
If a student has accommodations, you have to make sure their accommodations are being met.
That's a really good point. Oh, yeah, I'll have to talk to Donnie about that too. And then when Donovan took the practice test, because all the questions came from the College Board, like AP course. And when Donovan took the practice test, there was stuff on the practice test that they were not taught. And he went and asked about it, and he was told not to worry about it. It wouldn't be on the test. And then it was on the test. So.
Well, aside of that just being cruddy, that does go against his 504.
Well, it's not technically a 504. It's an accommodation plan, but still, yeah.
Isn't a 504 the same thing as an accommodation plan?
No, 504 is actually, it's
I should
technically
know this.
It's governed by it's short for Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. So it's
Oh
for
yeah,
schools
I
that
learned
get
about
government
that.
funding. Lake Ridge doesn't, so they don't get government funding. So they just have a more informal accommodation plan. But it probably does go against his accommodation plan to test him
Mm-hmm.
on things that he wasn't given to study. So I think you're right. Oh,
Boom.
I'm so glad we recorded tonight. More ammo for me. But
Yeah.
we were just at junior college night for juniors, and we got this whole lecture about how junior year is the most important year, and it's the year that
It's when that colleges look
colleges
at
look at
the
the grades the
most.
most, and so let's not set my kid up to fail.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
I paid
cruddy.
too much damn money for my kid to be set up to fail.
I don't know. I mean, I get study guides for most of my classes, and there's never been something on an exam that wasn't on the study guide, and that's like a college level
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
but it's
is he the asshole?
it's fortuitous that parent teacher conference is this week because I'll have a lot to say about that.
I didn't even know you were planning on going to parent
I wasn't
teachers.
going to, and then I decided that I probably should. There's a couple teachers that like I don't even know. Like I don't know the chem teachers knew. I don't really know the math.
Oh, because they weren't teachers that I
Yeah, I didn't
had.
really know the math. I met the math teacher like once. I don't really know him. So some teachers I just don't know, and then
Mm-hmm.
other teachers that it's probably a good idea just to get a baseline with, even though like I know them because you had them or we've been around the school forever. Like I know them well, but just better that they know that we're paying attention and we care, you
Yeah.
know? So anyway, all right. So you decided that you wanted to do this AITA. Did I say that? Yeah, AITA episode tonight. Do you want to explain what that means?
Oh, it means, am I the asshole?
Yeah. So and
People post stories on Reddit to see if they're in the wrong or not. And I got this idea because somebody threw away all of my stuff, not all of my stuff, all of my fish material stuff when I was gone at school and didn't ask me about it.
yeah. So it had been a couple of years since we cleaned out the garage, and the garage was getting gross. And I'm glad I cleaned it because
But I don't
when I
disagree. It was
moved,
full of
like
sawdust and like,
so that was kind of the need for the cleaning was that when we had our kitchen and bathroom renovated, the garage was kind of the staging area for all of the wood cutting, and there was just sawdust everywhere. So it needed to be cleaned out anyway. But then when I started moving things out, we apparently had a rodent problem as well because there was like either mouse or chipmunk crap everywhere.
oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
So I needed to get that out of the garage too. But then so I went to Home Depot and I got one of those like portable dumpster, like bag dumpsters that you just load up on the curb and then they come and haul it away. And I'm like, well, as long as I have the dumpster, because we quickly filled up our garbage can. We get one garbage can that we can put out every week. And I quickly filled it up with garbage. And I'm like, well, and it was only Saturday. So we had and garbage day is Friday.
yeah.
So we had the whole week and I'm like, well, this isn't going to work.
That's no good.
So I had to go to Home Depot, get a dumpster. And then I started filling it up and I'm like, well, I'm just going to, so here's the thing. When I tend to save a lot of stuff, but then when I get into purge mode, I really purge. And my threshold for purging is like, has this been used in the last year? If it hasn't been used in the last year, then I figure it's a waste of space and there's no point in keeping it. So let's just get rid of it. And so we had all this fish stuff in the garage. I'm like,
that I spent my own money on.
I didn't think about that part of it. So I'm like, it's been sitting here on a shelf in the garage. It's taking up space. Nobody's using it. We haven't used it since before you went to college. So it's been, well over a year since anyone's used it. I'm just going to get rid of it. And in the dumpster it went. And I got rid of all your fish stuff. And I am.
And Mom told you not to.
In this scenario, I'm going to say I am probably the A, but it is what it is. We will figure out appropriate compensation.
Lily said that if I get my first pet out of college, you should help me pay towards it.
I will send you a $5 Starbucks gift card.
There was a lot of stuff in there.
I will send you
more than $5.
I will send you a $10 Chipotle gift card.
It was probably a couple $100 for the fish stuff. That's okay.
On a $5 fish.
Oh, the first fish was free.
On a $5 fish.
he got really sick. And we had to take care of him.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yes. That would be like spending $250,000 on your dog.
Some people do that.
Might be worth it. I don't know about the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Some people do that.
I don't know about the fish.
If you didn't have pet insurance, you've probably spent $250,000 on dogs before.
I did not, but I didn't have pet insurance for Flyer, my first dog, and he got sick, and I did spend a fair amount of money on him. And then when Zoe needed knee surgery, we spent a fair amount of money on her too. So
yeah, my fish got sick. I had to buy him expensive medicine in a separate tank.
Do they sell insurance? Do they sell insurance for beta fish?
They don't.
Do they have beta fish veterinarians?
I mean, they do have like exotic animal veterinarians, but
I wouldn't call
not any locally.
I wouldn't call a fish that's most like biggest claim to fame as being a lab experiment in high school biology classes exotic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so we decided that I guess I was in the wrong here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, listeners can also chime in. I'm a little biased, but
I mean, I'm biased too, but I'm going to say I probably shouldn't have thrown out your stuff. So
thank you.
So do you have examples of other stories from this subreddit that we can maybe debate whether who's in the right and who's in the wrong?
Yeah, I have a couple. I thought it would be more interesting if we read through them together. So okay, well, I haven't read them. I just have the headline.
All right, well, I don't have them in front of me, so you're going to have to do the reading.
Oh, no, I'm going to read them out loud. Okay. Am I the asshole for making my children pay for their own portion of our family vacation?
I'm looking forward to this one. Okay. How old are the kids?
Oh, that's what we're going to find. Because I think if they're like, old enough, like if I'm in my 30s, and I go on vacation with you guys, I'm not going to expect for you to pay for it.
No preschool today. We're going to Disney. Do you have your checkbook ready?
Okay. We have been planning on going vacation to Cuba for the Christmas holiday for a week. It's pretty pricey during the Christmas holidays, but that's the only time we all can go. We have 3 children, 20F female, 15M, and 12F. We are making them all pay for their own ticket.
The parents are the assholes.
Part of the hotel, since we wouldn't be financially stable enough to pay for 5 tickets and such.
Where are the kids getting the money from?
Wow. Wow, okay.
Oh, geez.
My 12-year-old daughter has been complaining that since the other 2 have jobs and she doesn't, it's not fair. However, we've decided to stick firm with that and be equal to them all. Their
12-year-olds are going to have to turn into she's going to end up on the Epstein list to pay for their Cuba trip.
It gets worse. The other option, if they don't want to pay, is staying at grandma's. She has savings, which are just enough to cover the vacation, but she also wants to save for a phone. My other 2 children aren't happy that they will have to pay for their own, but are willing to since we'd be going to Cuba. Am I the asshole for making them pay? I feel like most families don't make their children pay for their own tickets, but since we all want to go, my wife and I think it's the best option.
The parents are definitely in the wrong here. Who makes their kids pay for vacation?
If you can't afford to go on vacation, don't go on vacation.
Maybe you go somewhere closer where you can drive and isn't as expensive. Maybe you go to what's the indoor water park?
Kalahari.
Go to Kalahari instead. Don't go to Cuba. Wow. I hope you appreciate how awesome your parents are, by the way, that we've never made you pay for a vacation.
I do. Me and Donovan thank you all the time.
You do. You're very appreciative. All I said before the last vacation was now that you are both working, like you're on your own dime for souvenirs. I thought that was a fair.
I agree.
Like when you,
I don't know, you're paying for food and accommodations and and flights. I might have
even bought you a souvenir.
You bought me my hat, so I wouldn't get sunburned.
Oh, all right. Well, that's more of a necessity, right?
Yeah. I still ended up getting sunburned.
But wow, okay. Made their kids pay for their share of their trip to Cuba.
I even think the 20-year-old is I guess if they're like a full-time job 20-year-old, but I feel like a lot of 20-year-olds are still in college. And I'm assuming mom and dad aren't paying for their tuition. If they're going to pay for vacation.
I hope not. But if it's a family, I'm trying to think. Like if it's a family trip. Okay, so when we used to go down to Hilton Head with
Mm-hmm.
Grandma and Grandpa. We would all chip in for the house, but we would also chip in. I think we'd split it. And I don't think that we'd picked up Grandma and Grandpa's share of the house too.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in my 30s and I was like, I was a professional. I guess there's a line where it's okay if there's an understanding that like mom and dad are going on vacation, and if you want to go, like you got to foot your own bill, I guess. But making a 12-year-old,
And a 15-year-old.
and a 20, yeah, wow. Well, we are all,
Like, I think that, wow.
yeah, well, we are off to a rousing start.
Everybody agrees in the comments. Oh, and there's an update. I would let my daughter work for me and pay her allowance to save up for the vacation.
Oh, okay. So Cinderella gets to go to Cuba.
Yeah, I still think that's pretty. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yes. Wow.
Okay.
Are there magical mice that are going to help her do her chores on time so she gets to go on her trip?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Next story. This is awesome.
Okay.
This would make a great just full-time podcast, by the way.
That's where I got the idea. There's a lot of I don't really listen to them as much anymore. I listen to like true crime podcasts when I'm driving. But there was a period where I listened to like YouTuber podcasts, and a lot of them do this as episodes, or they do like Would You Rather. A lot of it at the time it's like from their fans, and I don't think we have enough fans to have people submit
We
their
have some.
own.
We're what, the number 14 podcast? Was that right?
Yeah.
So we have some.
Oh. This one seems kind of bad.
Uh-oh.
It says, am I the asshole for despising my mentally handicapped sister?
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be a downer. We're gonna have to find another happy one after this.
Well, okay. Well, there aren't normally happy ones in this.
Well, the last one wasn't happy, but it was at least silly.
Okay. The title makes me sound horrible, but hear me out. My sister is severely autistic. She requires attention almost 24/7 and cannot be left alone. She is nonverbal and cannot take care of herself at all. Despite the fact that she is only 12, what is it with the 12-year-olds? She is extremely destructive and violent and destroys anything she gets her hands on. I hate her. That should be wrong to say, but it doesn't feel like it. I was only 6 years old when she was born, and since then I have never solely had my parents' attention. Even since I can remember, the world has revolved around her. I was moved out of my room into the basement at 7 because she needed to be in a room next to my parents. All of my toys as a child were destroyed by her, and my parents simply ignored me when I complained. Even when I was 14 and she destroyed my Mac that my school gave me, I was in the wrong. Along with this, I am expected to take care of her and drop everything I do for her. I can never make plans with friends because my parents expect me to be there if they need someone to take care of her. Even when I do somehow get time to myself, I'm required to leave if they need me. If I do not, then I am punished. A recent example of this is when I went to see the new Spider-Man movie and was grounded because I turned my phone off in the theater. It seems as if I'm nothing more than a slave to them, and anything involving her simply overshadows me. This last week, I was chosen to give a speech at my school event. I was so excited, and my parents promised they'd be there, but they never showed and claimed it was because of my sister. Anytime something like this happens to me, they are busy with her. I've held this in for so long, and it finally spilled out today when I was talking about colleges with my father. He joked I should get a degree that pays well so when they're gone I can take care of my sister. I don't know why, but that caused me to break down. I cried and screamed about how it was always about her. I'm nothing more than a caretaker to them, that they always make it about her, and that I'm expected to be her slave for the rest of my life. I've locked myself in my room since then, and my parents have not come to check on me. Am I the asshole here?
No, I think the parents are.
I was just going to say that. I don't think you should expect your older... I mean, I would be mad if you expected me to take care of Donovan 24/7. And, like, not that Donovan's, like, severely autistic, but I think in any case, regardless of, like, a sibling's, ability, it's unfair to expect the older sibling to go in as a parent.
Yeah, I feel bad for both of them. I feel bad for the older sister who is put into this unwanted caregiver role, and I feel bad for the autistic child because she's probably not getting the care she needs. Like she needs
No.
if she's that severely disabled, she probably needs like more full-time medical care that she's not getting, and the parents are relying on the sister. Yeah, that's a tough one. Man, oh man. Yeah,
See, the title tricked
it
you.
did. I was ready to say yes, and I was ready to give her the benefit of the doubt and say it's natural to, feel resentment and blah, 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 blah. But no, I don't think she is. I think the parents are. I think the parents have put her in a very unfair position.
Yeah.
Wow. Still a downer, but wow.
Okay, this one's topical for you.
Uh-oh.
Because you're an employment lawyer.
Oh boy.
Am I the asshole for firing an employee after his parents died?
Well, I got to hear this now.
What's your immediate reaction?
I'm going to give my stock lawyer answer, which is it depends. I got to hear the circumstances as to why the person was fired.
Okay. I'm the vice president of sales at a software company, and one of our sales development reps' parents passed away at the beginning of April. Sadly, they were involved in a car crash, and both of them lost their lives. Ooh. Now, the employee in question is very young, a 22-year-old guy, and has been with us for about 10 months now. He's a great employee, and we were thinking about promotions in the next 6 months for him. His job is a high-paying one for a new grad, about $90K with commission and a base, so we expect a lot from this position. Because of the accident, we let him take a 1-month paid leave of absence from work, and he's returned a few weeks ago, and his performance is severely lacking. He's super unmotivated, not cold calling, outreaching to prospects for the last 2 to 3 weeks enough since he's come back. Our whole management team has noticed this, and we decided to let him go because we feel like he'll need months and months to be able to produce like he was able to again, and we cannot wait that long. We called him to a meeting on Friday afternoon and gave him the bad news. He was very calm, but rude about it. He told us to go fuck ourselves and got up and went to his desk.
Now we need an explicit language warning.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought this was very, very unprofessional and extremely rude. I told my boyfriend about all of this, and he said myself and my managed team are a bunch of assholes and pricks with no hearts. Am I the asshole? What's your thought?
It's a tough one. I would say they didn't give the guy enough time to rebound. I think giving him a 1-month paid leave is very generous. Most companies wouldn't do that under similar circumstances. They were super nice. Rather than, I would have, given the fact that that he's capable of being a good performing employee, and under the circumstances, I would have referred him out to like an EAP, like an employee assistance program, to get him some counseling and to help him work through whatever needed to work through, understanding that he would probably at some point, I'd be curious to know what about like that short amount of time made it clear that like they couldn't afford to give this guy another month or 2 months to like get his head screwed on right after this awful thing happened, and then to come back and be the employee they knew that he was going to be. So to me, it seems a little on the cold side. I mean, there's nothing, if a client called me, I would tell him like, it's not illegal. Like you could fire the guy, but I would wonder if there was a way to keep doing right by the employee by trying to get him some help, because he can be a good employee rather than just kicking him out. Because now the problem is that so you have someone that that can perform, and now you're going to have to go replace them, and the replacement is an unknown. You have to hire, you have to advertise, you have to hire, you have to interview, you have to hire, you got to train. And you're getting an unknown commodity. With this guy, you have a known commodity. So by just giving him a little bit of time and assistance, are you going to get back the employee that you thought you had when you hired him and before this awful thing happened, rather than just rolling the dice on hiring someone new that you don't know who you're going to get? So to me, it was mishandled.
I mean, and he lost both of his parents. Like that's like, and he's young too. Like that's not something you expect as a 20-year-old. Yeah,
it's not.
People are saying that he was in the wrong.
Yeah, I would have given. I would have, if a client called me, if they were my client and they called me, I would recommend that they. There's nothing illegal. I mean, they didn't do anything illegal. I just think as a matter of like treating people the right way. I think they
Human decency.
Yeah, thank you. That's the words. I would have given the guy more time.
Yeah. I agree. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find one more good one to close us off.
While you're looking, how was your weekend?
It was good. I had sorority events.
I know.
It was very busy this weekend.
So when is the official initiation date?
Next Thursday.
So by the time we're back with our next episode, you will officially be a Delta Zeta.
Yes.
Very exciting.
A lot of these are about husbands complaining about their wives.
Yeah, the husbands are probably right. What was the sorority event? I can picture your mom giving your computer the finger as she hears me say that. God. What was your sorority events this weekend?
It was a philanthropy event. So Friday there was Panhellenic Prom, which was an event where all the sororities got together and dressed up and ate Olive Garden. So that was pretty fun. Got an excuse to wear one of my old prom dresses. Yeah. And then Saturday we had our philanthropy. So Delta Zeta's philanthropy focuses on speech and hearing. So we partnered with Delaware County Speech and Hearing and did a walk around downtown Delaware.
I heard that Delaware had a huge turnout for No Kings on Saturday.
We did because we walked past them. Wow. Oh my gosh. Funny story.
Yeah. So
this walk, some of it was on OU property, and someone had drawn penises all over the sidewalk, which that's their prerogative. It's, free speech. But we were like, maybe this isn't the most appropriate thing for our event.
Probably not.
Yeah. So, and that we had 10 minutes to get where we needed to get to. It was me, Tony, who's my big sister, and Cole. So I ran into the closest store there was, which is a vape, weed, and alcohol store.
I know exactly where it is.
Yep. And I was I'm sure he was just glad I wasn't begging him to give me alcohol underage. But I was I have such a random question. Do you have a bucket that you could fill with water and give to me? There's penises all over the sidewalk and we have an event going on.
Probably the weirdest question he got all day.
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
He was like, how high am I right now?
No, he was yeah, I saw those earlier. So he dumped out his coffee pot and started filling it with water.
Oh, that was nice.
And put it into his mop bucket with some Dawn dish soap.
Very nice.
And I wheeled it. Yeah, he was very helpful. Yeah. So I just thought that was a fun
very nice
little story.
Yeah, but I heard that Delaware had a massive turnout, which is awesome.
Yes, and then in the evening we had our second philanthropy, which was DZ dodgeball. So the sororities and frats get together to play dodgeball.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did you get hit in the face?
No, I was a ref.
You were a ref. Good call.
Ooh, okay.
Dodgeball is dangerous.
It is.
I was at No Kings in Strongsville on Saturday. It was amazing.
You saw my boss.
I did see your boss. I did see your boss from your summer job. I ran into her. I read there were 3,500 people down on the Commons in Strongsville, which is pretty cool considering Strongsville voted for Trump in 2024 by a pretty substantial margin.
And so did Delaware.
Yeah. So it was exactly what I needed with all the doom scrolling and just awfulness you see on the news about what's going on. It was really it felt really good to be around that many people that want to get rid of them. So
I'm hoping that everybody that is going out to these protests is going to vote during the midterm elections.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that they make their voices heard and not just protesting.
Yeah, I told your mom I want to get more involved. I want to find a candidate to help on their campaign for 2026, whether it's Sherrod Brown or whoever's running against Max Miller for Congress. I want to find a campaign to volunteer with, to help out and try and be more active. So
yeah, everyone should go vote.
Yes. Midterms matter.
They do.
Don't be the asshole. Vote.
I'm hoping. Yeah. Literally.
Unless you're going to vote for the other guy and then don't vote.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we they know where our opinions lie. We don't hide that.
I do not. I do not.
You're very political.
All right. Did you find an example or a story?
I did.
All right. So this is going to be our cleanup closing story. So let's.
And this one's a recent one. This is 56 days ago.
Okay. All right. Make it a good one. Here we go.
Okay. Am I the asshole for announcing my sister's pregnancy after finding out that my boyfriend is the father?
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I, 19F, was with my now ex-boyfriend. Good.
That's a good start.
19M. Until a couple of weeks ago when I found out that he got my sister, 18F, pregnant.
Ooh.
Everyone's so young.
They're really young.
I heard them talking about it, and my sister was freaking out over it because she knew I would be done with her if I found out, and my ex didn't care at all. So I held it all in and waited until we were with our family and announced the news to everyone there. My boyfriend ran once he realized I was going to break up with him, and my sister freaked out and broke down and started begging me not to hate her and saying she made a mistake and that she would abort the pregnancy so that they could go back to the way that they were.
Well, that ain't going to happen.
She had been living with me since April because her and our parents were not getting along. We were supposed to be moving somewhere bigger in a few weeks, and I told her that was not happening anymore, and since that day I've been staying at my friend's place. Now, she can't afford to live in the apartment without me, and I refuse to live with her again or have a relationship with her, and my parents won't let her move back in either. My ex is gone, and he's refusing to do anything with the mess that he's equally responsible for, so she is on her own. She was trying to make amends so we'd be back to normal, but I didn't even acknowledge her attempts. I'm not sure where she's staying, but one of our aunts told me I was disgusting to do that to someone as young as her, and I've ruined her life. I told my aunt to pick up the pieces and leave me alone because I don't care anymore. She said she had it coming when she started sleeping with... I said she had it coming when she started sleeping with my ex. My aunt said letting a guy come between us was nasty business, and she asked me if I could live with myself if she ends up having the baby and then ends up on the streets. I told her it has nothing to do with me. Am I the asshole?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't
think so either.
Not remotely.
I think very clearly not the asshole.
I think the sister and especially the predator ex-boyfriend are yes.
Well, they're all the same age. They're all 19 and 18.
All right. But yeah, they are clearly in the wrong here, and she is under no obligation to forgive or to care for the sister or the baby of her ex-boyfriend. Not in the least.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's some Jerry Springer stuff right there.
That's like when, what's that? Isn't there like a show where like, it's not Jerry Springer, but it's like in a courtroom where they test like paternity?
Well, they used to, Maury Povich used to be on the Maury Povich show where he would always test paternity, and they'd bring out the envelope and it'd be like, are you the father? And he'd be like, yes or no. And then the guy would either be really happy or really sad that he was the father or not the father.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think they did that on Jerry Springer too. Just that the Maury would end in like laughter or tears or whatever, hugs, and Maury and Jerry Springer would end in fights, chairs being thrown, and the security guy coming out and holding someone back, and yeah, that had to all be staged, right?
Yeah,
like there's no way any of that was real.
It falls under like I think all of those talk shows fall under like reality TV in some way.
It's all like semi-scripted.
Like Dr. Phil is crazy scripted, or was. Gross. I don't think it airs anymore. Does Dr. Phil still air?
No, he's too busy going to ice raids to. No, he's gross. Yeah. Not a fan.
He is gross.
Yes. No, I don't think he airs.
That's all I've got.
All right. Well, that was awesome. If the listeners enjoyed our little game, let us know, and we might bring it back for a future episode. That was I thought that was a lot of fun.
Me too.
All right. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode.
We will.
I want to hear about as much of your sorority initiation that you're allowed to talk about without them kicking you out of the sorority.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I can and can't say.
I'm sure there's like double secret stuff that doesn't.
No, there is.
I know there is.
Yeah,
I know there is. It's at dinner at your grandparents at their dining in the dining room in their building.
Oh my gosh.
We're talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Fraternity and sorority hazing, and as the waiter walked,
because Grandma was in a sorority,
right? And then as the waiter walked by, I was talking about how friends of mine in college would, when they pledge, would like be stripped naked, and like they'd have the sorority sisters would like take a Sharpie and circle in their bodies.
We don't do that at OU.
All the things that were wrong with them.
These hands don't haze.
This waiter was like, he's like, I did not just hear that.
And And then as he walked away, he said, I'm avoiding that table. Don't go over there.
But they did, like, hazing was real. Kids used to get locked in trunks of cars and with like after drinking like a bottle of liquor and driven out the middle of nowhere and just left there with obviously there was no GPS back then, but they didn't know where they were. Yeah, hazing was legit back then.
Yeah, we don't haze out.
Good.
We take it very seriously.
Good. I like that. Makes me feel better about you.
They take it so seriously to the point where like sometimes it feels like hazing to not be hazed. Like I can't walk through the back door. I can't pick up trash for my sisters. I can't hold the door for them. I can't help them clean the house.
Well, in another week, you'll be able to do all that stuff. So, yes. And it'll be like, damn, I miss it when I couldn't clean.
I don't mind cleaning.
I know. Awesome. All right. Well, have yourself a great week. I look forward to hearing all about as much as you can tell us about your initiation. Yep. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Oh, I just had a brain fart. I hate when that happens. Oh, now my head hurts. All right. That's all.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all I got. We're out. We'll see everyone in 2 weeks. Love you, kiddo.
Okay, love you too. Bye-bye.